22nd WRNING. The human warship moved through deep space in complete silence. Its metal body was dark and scarred from old battles. No bright lights, no loud engines, just steady movement forward inside the ship. The crew stayed calm at their stations. They had traveled far from Earth, far beyond safe space. Everyone knew this mission was dangerous. Suddenly, space ahead began to distort. Blue light spread like a wound opening in the dark. One by one, massive alien ships appeared. They were huge, larger than cities. Their armor shined like polished stone. Weapons covered their surface like sharp teeth. In seconds, the human ship was surrounded. Alien ships formed a perfect circle. There was no clear path to escape. An alien signal cut through the silence. The voice was deep, cold, and confident. It spoke slowly, as if victory was already decided. Human vessel, you are trespassing in restricted space. You have 20 seconds to surrender. Power down your ship and prepare to be boarded. The message echoed inside the human warship. Crew members looked at each other. No one spoke. The captain stood at the center of the bridge. His face was calm, his eyes focused forward. He did not rush. He did not shout. A timer appeared on the main screen. 20 seconds. The countdown began. 1918. Alien ships adjusted their position. Weapons, slowly charged, glowing with deadly light. They expected fear, panic, or begging. Inside the human ship, there was none. Hands stayed steady on controls. Breathing remained slow and controlled. 17, 16. An officer glanced at the captain, waiting for an order. The captain gave a small nod. No shields were raised. No weapons were armed. The ship kept moving forward. 15, 14. The alien commander watched from his flagship. He felt confused, then amused. He believed humans had accepted defeat. Pathetic species, he said to his crew. They do not even resist. 13, 12. Alien sensors scanned the human ship again. They saw no energy spikes, no attack pattern. 11, 10. Inside the human warship, a quiet alarm sounded. Not loud, not urgent, just a reminder. The captain placed his hands behind his back. His voice was low, but clear. Maintain course, he said. 9, 8. The distance between the ships closed. Space itself seemed to tighten. The alien fleet finally noticed something strange. The human ship was not slowing down. Its engines burned brighter. Its speed increased. 7, 6. Alien officers shouted warnings. Collision risk detected. Human vessel is accelerating. 5, 4. The alien commander leaned forward. His confidence faded into anger. What are they doing? He demanded. 3, 2. On the human bridge, no one spoke. They all knew the plan. They had known it from the start. 1. The countdown ended. There was no surrender signal, no request for mercy. The human warship surged forward at full power, a silent arrow aimed at the heart of the alien fleet. And in that moment, the aliens realized their mistake. Aliens misunderstand humanness. The alien fleet reacted late to the human ship's sudden move. Their perfect formation broke as warning lights flashed across their bridges. For the first time, confusion spread among them. Alien sensors screamed alerts. Collision paths calculated again and again. The results did not change. The human ship is on direct impact course. One alien officer reported. They are not changing direction. The alien commander stood tall, still trying to hide his shock. That is impossible, he said. No species would choose destruction. He believed humans were weak, a young race, full of fear, easy to control with power and numbers. Across the fleet, alien officers laughed nervously. Perhaps they have lost control, one said. Perhaps their systems are failing, another replied. The alien commander nodded. Yes, he said. They are primitive. The alien fleet slowed slightly. Some ships moved aside, not to escape, but to watch. They wanted to see the human ship stop. They expected panic at the last moment, a desperate turn. Inside the human warship, everything remained calm. The ship shook as engines pushed beyond normal limits. Warning lights glowed softly. Crew members stayed focused. No screaming, no fear. The captain watched the alien flagship growing larger. Its massive shape filled the forward screen, a wall of metal and power. An officer spoke quietly. Distance closing fast. Point of no return approaching. The captain nodded once. He did not look away. He did not hesitate. Far away, the alien commander studied the human vessel again. Still no shields. Still no weapons charging. They accept death, he said with cold confidence. They know they cannot win. The alien fleet opened communication channels. A new message was sent, this time sharper, more angry. Human vessel. The voice boomed. You will be destroyed. Turn back now. There was still no reply. Only silence answered. Silence moving at deadly speed. Alien officers began to feel uneasy. Their long experience told them something was wrong. No enemy had ever behaved like this. They are not afraid, one officer whispered. They are choosing this. The alien commander slammed his claw on the console. Enough, he shouted. Prepare weapons. Energy surged through alien ships. Cannons charged, target locks formed, but firing solutions struggled to hold. The human ship moved too fast. To direct, inside the human warship, the crew felt the strain. The hull groaned under pressure. Systems pushed beyond safety limits. Still, no one asked questions. Still, no one doubted the plan. They trusted the captain. The captain finally spoke again. His voice steady, almost calm. Hold course, he said. The alien flagship filled the screen completely now. Its size blocked the stars behind it. There was no escape path left. Alien officers shouted in panic. Evasive maneuvers moved the flagship, but the fleet was too large, too slow, too confident until now. The alien commander realized the truth too late. This was not madness. This was a weapon. The human ship was not running. It was not attacking with guns. It was attacking with itself. Fear spread across the alien bridge, a feeling they had not known in centuries. Fear of a species that refused to kneel. As the distance dropped 2 seconds, one thought echoed in alien minds. They had misunderstood humans completely. The decision of IMPA City, the distance between the human warship and the alien flagship closed fast. Stars stretched into long lines as speed increased. Time itself felt thin and fragile. On the alien flagship, alarms screamed without pause. Officers shouted orders over each other. Control was slipping away. Turn the ship, the alien commander roared. Divert power to engines. But the massive flagship responded slowly. Its size, once a symbol of power, became a weakness. Momentum refused to change. The human ship raced forward like a silent blade, its path straight and unbroken. There was no hesitation. Inside the human warship, the bridge glowed red with warnings. Heat rose through the floor. The hull trembled under extreme force. An engineer spoke softly. Structural limits exceeded. Core stability failing. The captain listened without emotion. He already knew the cost. He had accepted it long ago. Crew members secured themselves in their seats. Hands tightened on restraints. Faces showed resolve, not fear. No prayers were spoken. No final goodbyes sent. There was only duty. The captain looked around the bridge. These people had trusted him, and he would not fail them. He turned back to the main screen. The alien flagship filled his view, a mountain rushing closer. On the alien bridge, panic took full control. Officers shouted contradictory commands. Fear shattered discipline. They are not slowing, one officer cried. They will hit us. The alien commander felt something new, a cold, deep dread. This was not a battle he could win. He realized the truth in silence. Humans were not trying to survive. They were trying to stop him. Weapons finally fired from the alien ships. Bright beams cut through space, but they came too late. The human warship took hits along its hull. Armor peeled away. Systems failed one by one. Still, the ship did not turn. Still, the engines burned. Still, the course held true. Inside the human ship, lights flickered. Air pressure dropped in some sections. Warning tones overlapped. The captain placed one hand on the console. He took a slow breath. Then he spoke. For Earth, he said. Those words carried weight. Not anger, not hate. They carried history, sacrifice, and choice. The alien flagship loomed closer, so close that surface details became clear. Towering weapons, glowing shields. The alien commander stared at the screen. His confidence was gone, replaced by horror. This species is insane, he whispered. But it was not insanity. It was resolve. It was purpose. The human ship's nose aligned perfectly, targeting no weak point, only mass against mass. In the final seconds, everything slowed. Sound faded into nothing. Thoughts became sharp and clear. The human warship surged one last time, engines screaming beyond limits, a final act of will. The alien commander understood the lesson at last. Too late to escape, too late to stop it. The human warship struck the alien flagship with unstoppable force. Energy exploded outward like a silent sun. Light swallowed both ships, and in that blinding moment, the galaxy changed forever, because humanity had made its choice. The SHOCKWIV, the moment of impact, released power beyond calculation. The alien flagship did not break apart. It vanished. Metal, energy, and light became one violent wave. A massive shockwave spread through space, invisible but deadly, moving faster than thought. Nearby alien ships were hit without warning, their shields shattered like thin glass, hull plates ripped away, energy systems overloaded at once, reactors failed, control vanished. Alien vessels spun out of formation. Some collided with each other, others went dark and silent. Debris filled space like a storm. Burning fragments scattered in every direction. Once perfect order became chaos. On surviving alien ships, alarms screamed, bridges filled with panic and confusion. No command structure remained. Officers shouted for orders, but no one answered. The flagship was gone. The center of power had vanished. The leader was dead, and fear took control. Some alien captains tried to flee. They turned their ships away. Engines pushed to maximum. Others froze in shock. Unable to understand what had happened, unable to believe it, the shockwave continued to spread, rolling through the fleet like a giant fist, crushing confidence and steel alike. Smaller alien ships were torn apart. Their frames could not handle the force. They disappeared in silent flashes of light. Long-range sensors across the fleet failed. Communication channels went dead. The alien force became blind and deaf. In the center of the destruction, there was only expanding light and fading echoes of power. The human warship was gone. No signal remained, no trace survived, yet its impact lived on, not just in broken ships, but in broken belief. The aliens had never seen such a weapon. A ship turned into a final strike. A crew turned into a single decision, far from the blast. Some alien vessels escaped the main shock. They watched in disbelief. Their sensors showed impossible readings, energy levels beyond known limits, damage spreading without mercy. One alien officer whispered, "This was not war. This was sacrifice." The word felt heavy, strange and frightening, a concept their kind did not understand. The shockwave slowly weakened, its energy fading into the dark, but the damage was already done. The once mighty alien fleet was broken, scattered and burning, no longer a threat. Silence returned to the battlefield, not peaceful, but full of meaning. In that silence, the aliens felt something new. Respect mixed with fear. They had come to demand surrender. They had come with power and pride. They had left with loss and warning. The stars slowly came back into view, shining over wreckage and fire, witnesses to a lesson written in light. Humanity had spoken without words, without messages, without mercy. The shockwave faded at last, but its message traveled far, carried by those who survived. And across the alien fleet, one truth became clear. Humans would never surrender quietly. Aliens learn human unaturtha. Surviving alien ships gathered far from the battlefield. They kept a wide distance from each other. Fear had replaced discipline. Damaged vessels limped through space. Engines burned unevenly. Hull lights flickered weakly. No one spoke for a long time. Silence ruled their bridges. Each crew processed the loss. The alien fleet had never known defeat like this. They had never faced an enemy willing to die. That truth unsettled them deeply. A command signal finally spread among the survivors. A retreat order, simple and clear, one by one. Alien ships turned away, not in formation, but in scattered fear. As they traveled, emergency councils were formed. Questions demanded answers. How did one ship destroy so many? Why did the humans choose death? The alien leaders reviewed the data, sensor logs, energy readings. Every record told the same story. The human ship had become a weapon, a choice, not an accident. They began to study humanity, not as prey, but as a threat. Ancient human broadcasts were analyzed. History archives opened. Wars, losses, survival. They saw humans fight predators, fight nature, fight each other. They saw a species that refused to disappear. A species that adapted through pain, through sacrifice. Human history showed something rare. They did not stop fighting when losing. They fought harder. Alien scholars struggled to understand this. Their own kind valued survival above all. Retreat was wisdom to them. Humans were different. Humans believed some things mattered more than life. Home, freedom, meaning. The Alien Council watched recordings of Earth, crowded cities, fragile worlds. They realized the truth slowly. Humans defended not territory, but identity. One alien elder spoke at last, his voice low, heavy with respect. "We misjudged them," he said. "They are not weak. They do not surrender when threatened. They become dangerous." The council agreed. Fear mixed with understanding, a rare moment of humility. New rules were written that day, marked with urgency and caution. Human space was labeled forbidden, no countdowns allowed, no demands issued. Any encounter with humans required distance, observation only, no provocation. The memory of the collision remained fresh, burned into alien minds, a lesson paid in fleets. They named the event quietly, the silent impact, a warning hidden in history, across alien space. Stories spread from crew to crew, not of victory, but of a species that chose sacrifice and turned it into power. A species that would rather burn than bow. The aliens learned something essential. Strength was not only measured in weapons, but in will and humanity. They finally understood. Had more of that than anyone else. The legend of the silent Warship, far away from the battlefield. Earth continued to turn in quiet light. Unaware of how close danger had come, news of the encounter arrived slowly. Signals damaged by distance and interference. But the message was clear. The human warship was lost. The crew did not return. There were no survivors on Earth. Leaders gathered in silence. No cheers, no celebration, only respect and grief and pride. The ship's name was added to records, carved into digital stone, marked as missing, not defeated. Families were informed with care, words chosen slowly, honoring sacrifice. No monuments were built in space, no banners raised. The humans did not need them. The story spread quietly among the stars, carried by alien survivors, whispered in fear and awe. They spoke of a silent warship, a vessel that did not fire, a ship that chose impact among alien worlds. Commanders changed their strategies, old confidence faded. Human territory became a warning zone, marked in red on star maps. Avoided without question, trade routes shifted, expansion plans cancelled, pride replaced with caution. Alien crews shared the same lesson. Never corner humans, never give them a countdown. Because humans did not beg, they did not delay. They decided, on Earth. The loss shaped the future. Ship designs changed, new doctrines written. Human engineers studied the battle, not to repeat sacrifice, but to remember it. They named a new class of ships, built stronger, built heavier. They called them not as weapons of fear, but as symbols of resolve. Children on Earth heard the story, not as a tale of death, but of choice. Teachers spoke of the crew, of calm faces and steady hands, of duty without hesitation. The legend grew over time, passed from generation to generation, each telling added meaning. Among the stars, aliens remembered that day. The day power failed. They remembered the flash of light, the shockwave, the silence after. They learned that humans did not need to win battles. They needed to protect home, at any cost. The galaxy adjusted to this truth. Borders shifted, conflicts avoided. One human ship, one decision, changed everything. The silent warship never returned, but its presence remained, felt in every cautious move and across space. In hidden alien logs and quiet warnings, one sentence was always repeated: humans do not surrender, humans collide, and the galaxy remembers.